Hello and welcome back to another episode of ADLR Podcast. If you like the show, go ahead and support it at patreon.com/ADLRplays. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Go to youtube.com/ADLRplays and you'll catch it about a couple days, maybe 3 days to a week later.
3 to a week.
3 to a week, bro. That's gonna be a new segment. 3 to a week.
What's your problem?
Everything's my problem. And that's Brian De La Rosa. Okay. Not a lot of huge news this week, except for one that I'm personally excited for, but that came out I think today. But I guess what's been up with you, Brian? Come on, tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna move on to news because Brian has no idea how to socialize.
Well, it's your show. What's going on with you, huh? It's your fucking show.
My show. I'm about to go through what I went through in the consume section. I want to see what you did today. I went to the gym today. Fucking worked, and that's basically my story. Is work, gym, and then I'm here. You know what I'm saying? On the weekdays. Let me get that.
I mean,
huh?
My weekdays basically wake up at 8, try to convince myself to get out of bed at 11 while I'm still awake. Shit, eat cereal, work out, make some calls, and then I'm watching Narcos and you came in.
Okay, Narcos is I heard it's good. So good. That's on the backlog.
I have 10 minutes left of the last episode.
You'll be fine. I'm sure nothing crazy is gonna be. If you liked it all the way up to that part, I'm sure you're gonna like the ending. Unless some drastic shit happens, like Goku comes in and kills everybody. All right, I guess we'll straight for the news then. First item on the list, we got an announcement for the next Joker movie. Joaquin Phoenix will be our Joker for this standalone movie. I don't. He looks like he can. With makeup and stuff, I think he could look like the Joker. This is the guy who did
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, that's the guy. Whoa, this picture is not fucking. This picture of him is just not very flattering. He looks like a demonic, evil person there, dude.
That's what he's supposed to look like.
No, it's not a picture of him as Joker. It's just his normal face.
No, I know. I'm looking at the stream.
Fucking, it's weird.
I don't remember seeing him in any movie where he's like that charismatic of a character, but I know he's a good actor, so I trust him more than Jared Leto until I see what he looks like.
That's another thing. Yeah, I'm sure he can act the part, but I don't know what. Like, it's not only on what he can do as an actor. Like, the writing's got to be on point. The plot's gonna be worth it.
What's stupid is apparently that he's only gonna be Joker for the origin movie, but it's still gonna be Jared Leto for the rest of it.
Say that again?
Apparently, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker just for the origin movie.
Oh, I see.
But
the rest at the bottom. Joker film starring Jared Leto is apparently still on the cards. Pero por qué, dude?
What I feel like they're probably doing is they probably still haven't really worked out or started filming that Joker film until they see if Joaquin Phoenix is liked more or not.
Apparently, the movie is only budgeted for $55 million, so we'll see. What's I don't know. Does it even have a release date? Probably doesn't.
Which one?
This movie.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah, they recently announced this, or it came out. I think it was this week or the end of last week. I don't know how far along they are.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in him. I think he can do it. We'll see. So much shit can happen between now and then, so.
They just need to get Jared Leto the fuck out of there, and anybody else.
Okay.
Bring back Jack Nicholson.
Oops. Bring back who? No.
Jack Nicholson.
No, I'm good.
It's better than Jared Leto.
I tried watching. I think I saw Randall was watching that. The
Of course.
the Jack Nicholson one. The old. I think it was Batman. I think it was just called Batman. I think it was 80s. I don't remember. With Jack Nicholson as Joker, and I couldn't. It's just some stuff that doesn't age well.
I mean, he likes watching bad movies, so.
I'm sure for its time it was fantastic, but either way. Now let's move on to the next superhero news, which is what the hell was I gonna say? DC's Shazam, dude. Yeah, I tried to mix in both of the words and letters.
Bless you.
Thank you, man. That's a good. They get a. I can't speak today, dude, at all. What the fuck is happening?
Just type what you need to say.
Type it? Okay.
Into Google Translate and hit enter.
Oh. We got our new look at the what the hell's his name? He's from Chuck.
Zachary Levi,
yeah. As Shazam. He looks pretty. I mean, the suit looks good. I mean, I don't know if he's that buff, or is that just the suit doing that? But the man looks ripped.
No, he's not that buff. He got into shape, but not that shape.
Okay, I was gonna say because from the picture here, that man, he was going in, like he was working out with fucking The Rock or something.
No, that's the suit.
But I mean, it looks good so far. As the kid, is that the kid that's supposed to be him? But I thought he transformed into Shazam.
Yeah, he transformed into him, so I don't know what the hell this picture is.
This could be just promotional like video on the set.
I don't know. I don't really care enough about Shazam to be excited or disappointed in who they picked.
To play as him?
Isn't The Rock supposed to be Black Adam?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
I think it'll be fine.
Have you seen all of Legion?
Have I seen all of Legion?
Yeah, or season 2.
Yeah, I've seen season 2 of Legion.
The person who's the Shadow King should have been Black Adam.
Okay, yeah, I agree. He was really good in Legion too.
That's the highlight of the season, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I want to kiss him.
Okay, you need to relax with the kissing, dude. That's about it. Yeah, they just showed off the suit. I think they had another promotional thing about it, but they don't have it here. But yeah, the movie's coming out when? I think it's next year, right?
Yeah, April 5th.
April 5th, 2019, so that looks cool. I don't have it on the list here for the news, but apparently we're gonna get a glass trailer on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, dude. So we'll definitely be talking about that next episode. You know
I'm not watching it.
Oh, I'll talk about it then because I'm excited. Oh yeah, I finally got to see. On to the next item, I guess. The Pokemon Let's Go trailer that shows off all the things you can do in the game. Not all the things you can do, but like more gameplay and shit. For some reason, it's not found. Oh my god!
I just heard something yell at me, so.
Yeah, that's this shitting the bed, I guess. Hold on. Just go to YouTube and watch it.
You said you're getting one of these?
Am I getting one of these? What do you mean by that?
One of the either Pikachu or Eevee?
Yeah, probably most likely. I don't know which one yet, but it's because it's like the simplified mechanics of the mobile one, where like you don't really have to battle them. You just go up and keep throwing Pokeballs at them until you catch them.
Oh shit, a Lapras.
But yeah,
so I'm watching this stream. Really cool. You can, I know you can have any Pokemon that you have with you follow you like as you're going around town, as well as like Pikachu or Eevee. And if it's a Pokemon that's huge like Onix, you ride him around town.
I think there's a clip of him riding Onix in this, and you can give them like hairdos and stuff. Like it's very cutesy and like there's a hairdo stuff, I guess.
You're telling me this is Nintendogs for Switch?
Pretty much, and you can customize your player as well. I think you can do that in the previous ones, but.
Can I be a guy and have the Eevee one? I don't want to be a girl on the Eevee one. Oh, look at my fucking guy Bulbasaur.
The thing is, they show in the trailer like the co-op stuff, but it looks like it's same screen. Like if we were playing Diablo on the same screen to co-op. So I
Yeah,
don't know how that
it's.
works. Like, if they get into some shit and start fighting, they force me to fight, or can I be too far away that they split the screen and they fight? Like, what's
I think they make you do doubles.
so if I'm over here minding my business, catching Pokemon or trying, I don't know. Like, it just looks weird. I was hoping it showed like how the fighting thing works, except instead it just showed them like standing next to each other with a menu.
It looks like it works with Pokemon Stadium or any Pokemon game. It said fight whatever and whatever.
And then it says you can trade local or online. So do you sign in per Joy-Con?
I know each person plays on a Joy-Con, but I don't know if you have your account or if it just saves you as the co-op player. I don't know. I don't know how it does.
So yeah, I don't get how that works, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, it looks cool. Just want to get some hands on and try it out. Like, how does it work? How does a co-op work, especially? Because I mean, that's something I always wanted to do with playing Pokemon games. Have a proper co-op, or just have like not MMO, maybe an MMO of just like the real thing. Just walk around, you see other people, you can battle them if you want, throw fucking Pokeballs at them if you need to catch human beings, and then the game will tell you, no, you idiot, you can't do that.
I want to steal people's Pokemon.
Or that too, like have that ability where you can try to steal someone's Pokemon, and they'll be part of like Team Rocket or something, or Team Magma or whatever the hell the team is going to be during the game, or all of them.
I don't think I can handle that. Somebody just walked up and stole my Hitmonlee. I think I'm gonna have to find their IP address.
Or I guess you can opt into it. Or if you want to steal it, they can steal yours. But if you don't have to. I don't know. At that point, I would make 2 saves. Like fuck around, steal shit and save, and then the other one's just.
If they even let you have 2 saves.
And that too. Because they never have. Alright. Well, moving on to the next thing here. Oh, this is something you added. It's an announcement for what is this? Under Night
In Birth EXE latest. It's like you know how Arc System games, instead of just releasing an update, they just put an updated separate game out and make you buy it again. Well, that's what this is for Under Night. And what upset me about this is because I really wanted to play like this series to give it a try, but they're always late on the PC releases for their games, minus like Dragon Ball Fighters. And I was gonna buy this instead of Blaze Blue Cross Tag, but it wasn't out on PC yet. 2 weeks after I bought Blaze Blue, this was announced.
Wow. And they're monitoring your Steam account. So as soon as you buy something with their previous one, they're like, great, now we can get them to buy something else. So is it just like, but is this also an anime fighter too, or?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I know that they're anime. I'm looking at the trailer, but.
Yeah, there's like air dashing and all that. It's execution wise, it's pretty heavy, and they have like a mechanic in the game that's different from other fighting games where, you know how everybody has like their own meter that you use for like EXs or supers or whatever.
Sure.
There's a meter that's shared by both players, and the way it works is like every 30 seconds, like doing any kind of motion, like pressing buttons or running, doing any kind of activity, starts filling the meter up on your side. So it's kind of like a tug of war. And every 30 seconds, whoever has the most, they get a buff for whatever it does. So it's basically
for whatever the meter does, or for whatever you do.
The meter does. I don't know exactly what it buffs. I just know it buffs you.
Okay.
They call it like the grid system. So the whole point is like not to be idle.
Okay. So you gotta at least start moving around or hitting something. PS
you gotta
Vita?
Stay active. Yeah, it's coming to Vita. It came to Vita already.
Oh, okay. That's probably why they're having the update for that too.
Yeah, because this game's been out since last year on PS4, and now it's coming to Steam. Yeah, it looked interesting. The characters that I like the most in Cross Tag are from that series. So I was like, I should probably try this. But it's full price on release.
Other content? Like, do they have a TV show, like an anime show or comic?
Not that I know of. I don't know. Not that I know of. It's just the game and then the story in game.
I mean, the trailer looked cool. It didn't show much of gameplay. I mean, I guess you don't have to because this came out a year ago, so I can just look up the old one. Whoops, I think I just messed up again.
I'm actually curious now to see if there's actually a show or a manga or something like that. Night in Birth show.
While I do that, I'll start talking about the next thing here. This is some savagery right here. Rainbow Six Siege instantly banning players who use slurs. And I thought they were over exaggerating the instantly thing, and then I looked it up. Why did I say it like that? Anyway, I looked it up, and it was just like on the spot, even mid game. Like if you type in like the N word or something, you're out. I think I'm sorry, one of the examples, a guy typed in NIBBA. So I guess to see if he can get around the system, and bam, instantly banned on the spot.
Shit. I call
That's
people
dope.
your bitch and stuff like that, so I don't know if I'm gonna get banned if I say that.
Yeah, I would just stop doing that.
What else am I supposed to do?
So it says here, players who use hate speech will be banned from all components of Siege for a period of around 30 minutes on their first offense. The second and third offense will carry 2-hour bans. Jesus. So when I first read this, I thought it was just like a permanent ban, like you're done. Like what if you bought it for $20, got into a game, and just slurs everywhere, and then you get banned for life. That's what I thought it was. I don't know, it was just time based.
I didn't either.
I mean, that's not so bad then. Like if you're on your last match of the night, you can just go to town.
Oh, you fucking fudge.
Yeah, and then you get banned. You're like, oh, whatever, I was done anyway. Unless, of course, it's like an online match, or not an online match, a ranked match.
And there's still bullshit that they have to sort out, like team killing, I think. People are just throwing. I think that's more toxic than someone calling me an N-word.
Yeah, I would agree with that because behavior is different than I can also hide the chat.
Yeah, you can turn off like seeing the chat altogether.
So this is a good step forward, and also do they do the same thing for verbals, for voice chat?
How's it gonna detect that though?
Unless they have some network in the background, either AI or neural network that listening in, like Alexa, that listens to all your what you're saying and then detects if you're saying a certain word.
I feel like they wouldn't do that just because people from around the world play this, so that means people have accents. So if you say a word that sounds like another word because you have a thick accent, you just get banned for 30 minutes. I don't think that would.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. So I mean, this is a good step in the direction, but in the right direction. I don't like. You should be using mics to begin with in a game like this, anyway. From what I played, like typing it,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's. Go ahead.
To answer the question from before, Under Night and Birth is a visual novel.
Ah, okay.
It's fucking $60 and it comes out in August, and I'm contemplating it.
We'll see if it's any good first.
Well, people like the game. It's just the thing that worries me is that because it's like an anime game, there's a chance that it just has a small like community. Because the only like anime game that blew up is fucking Dragon Ball because everybody and their grandpas watched it.
Yeah, they
mention
scored
that-
big on that. They counted on nostalgia and it fucking paid off.
They're like, oh, Marvel's dying. What can we do? A Marvel-style Dragon Ball game.
It worked out for him.
Yeah.
I think you added the next one as well.
I don't remember.
Yeah. IMDb lists Rhythm Heavens, the Chorus Kids for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So what is this? Who are these people?
I'm not really sure who they are because I didn't play the games. They're like from one of those like music games. They were on the DS's back then. Rhythm Heaven, I think the name of the game is.
Rhythm Heaven.
And apparently on the IMDb they found someone to voice them in Smash Ultimate, which I guess it goes along with a leak that happened earlier this year, like maybe like a week or two ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play those games, so I don't really give a shit. It seems like when you play them, it's always like multiple characters, like Ice Climbers, but I hope they're not boring and trash.
Uh huh.
So I mean, as long as they keep adding characters, I'm excited to try them. But I didn't play Rhythm Heaven, so I don't know how I feel about that. And they were rumored they're supposed to be in Smash 4, and I think before that, but they were never added. So
I
I
mean,
guess
this
they're
could also be a
finally in.
trophy, right?
The
Like
trophies
this.
don't talk.
What do you mean
You mean
trophies don't
assist
talk?
trophy?
Yeah, assist trophies.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I thought you meant just like a trophy you go to the trophy room for.
Oh no, I know they don't talk, but the assist trophies have sound, and a lot of them have some dialogue. I remember Waluigi would make his noise while he stomps you out.
Yeah. So yeah, either way, I would hope that they stop. I'm kind of just tired of assist trophies. I need them to just be actual characters.
I mean, it's a cool mechanic be having the assist trophies that like as an item, but well, because it's faster to develop because it's just hey they have their one gimmick and they get the hell out instead of making full moveless and balancing. Yeah, this Rhythm Heaven game looks kind of weird. It looks like
It
a
looks like a
WarioWare, but with music.
WarioWare. Yeah.
We just did the same thing there. Okay, I mean, if they get at it, I see them as a. From the little video, they looks like they were just singing and yelling. So it looks like an assist trophy.
Yeah, we'll see. They Rhythm Heaven is lit. Okay, I haven't tried it, so I'll
Merciful
take your
Grim in
word for it.
chat says that it's lit. You played it? That's cool. I'll take your word for it. I've never. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Other characters that were leaks, they're supposed to be in the game is like King K. Rule, but they also said that for Smash 4. Hachi from Tekken. Who else?
Hachi.
Yeah, Dixie Kong Echo Fighter. Funky Kong Echo Fighter. Dark
Okay.
Samus as an Echo Fighter.
Okay.
Out of all those, the only one I really want is I don't want Echo Fighters. I think that's just an excuse so people think that you remember how we just copied and pasted characters from that were already in the game and gave them a skin? Now they're a thing. That's what it feels like.
Well, they have changes in their move, like they have frame data changes, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, it's just same moveset, different effects, different attributes.
I'm okay with that. And calling them
Because
Echo Fighter, at least they're labeled. Hey, these aren't actual characters. Before it's just play as Roy, play as Marth, and they all have the same fucking thing.
Well, no, Roy's different. They changed them in Smash 4.
Whoever, they all have down B, Brian. All right.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Dr. Mario doesn't count as an Echo Fighter because he actually has different moves than Mario. They gave him an actual spike, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool. I'm still gonna be using regular Mario. He still has a cape? Yeah, he still has a cape. I saw it in the trailer.
It's a little slower, but it's longer.
I'm okay with it. I'll try it. I'm gonna stick with my cape.
I hope if they do add Dr. Mario, Dark Samus, that she's an actual character instead of an Echo Fighter.
I see it as an Echo Fighter, and it makes more sense for them.
Because she actually has different moves, though.
I know. I know she probably does, but it sounds like they don't want to add a lot of stuff. Because they did bring up a good point that every character they add, they need to modify Kirby again. Now, whether or not that's difficult, that's on there, and I haven't seen the code base, but. And then watching that trailer, I'm like, holy shit! Yeah, they had to make something for Kirby for all of these fucking characters. It's like 60 characters.
Yeah, it's more than that. They had to make 62 or 63 versions of Kirby.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, it's only one move, but still, they need to model the hat that he wears, the animation for whatever move he's doing,
and his voice.
His voice changes?
He says things.
Oh, that's true. He does. Like that's per character. So I mean, I understand that they don't want to add a lot of stuff because they kind of shot themselves in the foot there. Well, not shot themselves in the foot. Cause that's faithful to the character. If he eats you, he gets your power.
Just like DK, if he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm not even gonna be mad. Let's move on to the next one. This one's real quick. It's basically the Aquaman poster. I looked at it and I'm like, this it's pretty basic poster. Like it's not bad because it looks kind of cool, but it's not like holy shit, this poster is fire. Like he could replace the Aquaman and put Nemo's dad, and you can make this another sequel.
Oh shit!
It looks like a Finding Nemo 2 or something. It's basically him like on a rock, without a shirt on, obviously. He doesn't look like he's underwater.
But he isn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like he couldn't jump in the water for like 20 seconds. They take a picture and then add the fucking sharks. He's just standing on a rock, on land, and then they put water.
He's below water.
Huh?
He's below the water. He's underwater.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing. I don't know. It looks bland. Like it's just a heavy. Like it was quick. Like it was a quick. Hey, let's get a poster out.
I mean, it is Aquaman.
Like I'm just excited to watch it because they're finally just making more DC movies. Whether they're
there's only one thing that makes me excited about watching this, and that's that I can see Amber Heard again.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, she's gonna have a bigger role now because it's in Atlantis.
That's all I care about because he's just gonna keep yelling onomatopoeias at me and dashing forward really fast.
That's just basically what he did.
Black Manta, wow, yeah, and then just his fucking Poseidon, his Poseidon.
His Poseidon, like, he's throwing his Poseidon at you.
He's throwing the whole Poseidon. That's gonna be my review. I'm glad they didn't hold back on his Poseidon.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to watch. On to the next thing. We Happy Few's new trailer introduces the 3 protagonists and their stories. I forgot to watch that before this here to prep. So I guess we'll watch it here without audio.
I'm not gonna watch it just because this game should have been out already.
Is this the new one? Yeah, 4 days ago. Just give it a nice little thing. So apparently, yeah, it's supposed to be. It used to be like an open world kind of, but now I think it's supposed to be like open world and survival. And it seems like from what I read that they're switching a little bit. Like it's gonna be a little bit more narrative focused between these 3 characters, right? Or between 3 characters anyway. Which I'm okay with because the world looks really interesting. Hopefully they'll expand on it.
The entire time I just thought it was gonna be like BioShock Infinite but with moods.
That's I think in the write up they were mentioning that they're gonna be focusing on like narrative style like BioShock. Like it's gonna be they're trying to fuse open world with that type of narrative.
I thought that was Luigi.
It could be. I mean, the aesthetic looks fantastic. The animation, the models look great. I'm glad it's finally coming out so I can actually try it. It just looks very creative, aesthetically, and the whole "hey, take drugs so you can feel happy, otherwise life's shit" kind of mentality. I wonder how that's gonna play. Clipping.
Hopefully they show Pyro there.
Why?
So you can just see Pyro Land. Maybe they're connected.
But I don't think he takes. I don't think he or she takes pills.
You don't know that.
I mean, I don't. You're right.
Bitch.
I thought it was just the glasses, according to the thing. When is this supposed to come out again?
I don't know.
Yeah, he just swung at some kid. Oh shit, it's not. I think it's just completely single player. I was gonna ask if it was multiplayer, but I doubt it. Okay, he for the audio listeners, we're watching this. So the guy threw like some sort of explosive, and he hit it with a bat back at him.
That's an achievement.
That's definitely gonna be an achievement, and that's basically parrying, Brian. I'm gonna win this game so quickly, dude.
You're not even gonna play it.
Oh shit! Okay.
You're gonna be like, "Oh, what up? It's gonna be a COD stream."
Yeah, I stream COD. What do you want? I gotta
finish
COD mates. This week, huh?
No, I'm still making fun of you. They should make a really dark Wallace and Gromit movie with this art style.
I don't think I guess I can, but the Wallace and Gromit's like shtick is the Damn, what the hell's it called?
Stop motion.
Yeah, animation.
I never gave a shit about Wallace and Gromit.
You never gave. Oh, really? The first one I saw, I thought was pretty funny.
I just felt really uncomfortable the entire time watching it as a kid.
Why? Because of the like the character models and stuff, or
I don't know. It made me feel weird.
okay. I guess it's now running down the things you can do in the game. Yeah, I think it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those. It's definitely Bioshock heavily inspired. Either that or
Dishonored.
what's the other one? Dishonored, yeah. From the looks of it.
I hope it's not like Dishonored because I finished one whole mission and stopped caring.
Yeah, I can never finish Dishonored. I tried playing it legit, and then when I had a little fucking like in-game photography phase, I'm like, I'll play it this way and then take some shots when I can, and then I'm like, no. I got to like the second mission, I think, and then I'm like, I can't. The game looks it looks great, but I just didn't care. I didn't get the hook. If that makes sense.
Mm.
It looks like they're just repeating a bunch of the same guy keeps coming up on screen.
This video is way too long.
Well, it's supposed to be to explain how the game's gonna be working since they finally settled on the structure and the design. Since it's coming out soon, people will be like, okay, so it's like this. Because before nobody knew what the fuck this was. It was just very cool looking trailers. But now we get to see a lot of gameplay. Huh?
That's what that should be all it takes for them to draw you in. You put some kind of trailer.
Like the trailer didn't show anything mechanically. That's what I'm saying. This actually shows what you can be doing. I'd rather have this kind of, well, not this long, but maybe a short, quick, cut and dry version of what you're gonna be doing. And that logo is always cool, man.
Yeah.
Every time that logo comes out, I'm like, that shit's nice. The aesthetic of this game is just great. August 10th.
Oh, frying pan. I guess Johan's favorite.
Yeah, she's smiling too. Alright. Only 2 more things on here. The next one's a pretty good one. From IGN here, Microsoft is reportedly unwilling to delay Crackdown 3 any further. Which means we don't have to worry about any more delays. But if they aren't really... If the game ain't stable, it's coming out anyway.
The way it's worded makes it sound like that they should delay it, but they're not going to.
What I got from this is that Microsoft said, like, I guess they had to sit down, and Microsoft was like, yo, we're done here. Like, what is it? Shit or get off the pot, to be honest. Like, it's been in development for, I'm sorry, hold on, let me go through the facts real quick. Announced during E3 2014, Crackdown 3's first release window was 2016, but it was pushed back to November 2017 for a planned launch alongside the Xbox One X, which made sense. The game was supposed to be like an open world, look pretty, and probably pushing 60 FPS to show everybody, hey, this console's fucking strong. Didn't hit the mark. So then, after that, when was it? And then they delayed it to 2018, I forgot when. And then they get pushed back again this year. I think in February it got pushed back? Oh no, it got pushed back to February, sorry, of next year. And I guess Microsoft's probably like, we're done here. Either Microsoft said it or who's this being developed by? Or the developers just are running out of, the publisher's running out of money. Something's happening, which probably, well, with Microsoft, because it's their IP. They're like, we're not going to allot that much cash for this. Which I guess, yay, we don't have to worry about any more delays, but this game has been through development hell since fucking who knows when.
As long as this game is not bad, I don't care.
Same here. I mean, that's my mentality too. I mean, yeah, they took like a shitload of years to come out, but as long as it's fun when it comes out, like the co-op's fun and derpy like it normally is, like, I'll be cool with it. And it's coming out on the Xbox Game Pass, so we'll be able to play it like day one.
Good.
So that's great. I'm digging it. From what I've seen so far, over and over again. Hopefully they're not in a bad rapport with Microsoft when it comes to making the next game after Crackdown. And then this is the big one that it came out today, actually, I think it is. And it got me really excited. No Man's Sky's next the expansion called Next. What the hell? My Alexa just thought I was talking to her. Anyway, No Man's Sky Next is a massive free update launching July 24th. So basically it adds fucking co-op, it adds a bunch of other like freighters, you can build a like bases together. You have third person now. It looks like this is a game that should have came out. And this is a free update, so I'm definitely gonna be revisiting this. And giving my thoughts on it. Go ahead.
At this point, they should just re-release it under a different like subtitle, or they should just give up on it years ago and did something else with their life.
That's what they're calling it. That's why they're calling No Man's Sky Next.
Oh, okay.
Because now it's coming out on Xbox. Because remember, it was a PlayStation exclusive for a bit. So they're releasing it with all this stuff to the Xbox platform under the name No Man's Sky Next. Like, look at this shit. This is exactly what I wanted. Everybody's just getting in their ships, flying. I think they hit a tree here in this fucking
so it's multiplayer,
video.
right?
Yeah, dude. It's like co-op. Like, it looks like gonna be like you can chill with this game and just fucking farm. Like, you can just fly to fucking space. Like, this is awesome. This is what I wanted to do when it came out. But it was just by yourself the entire time, walking around doing nothing. Now you can just fuck around with your crew. I saw this and I'm like, yes. I got like goosebumps watching this. I'm like, yes, finally. I hope this runs fine and everything works out great. And then I saw this fucking AT-AT looking shit, and I lost my mind. And I'm like, oh my god! And there's like a cyber dog as well. I'm like, what?
I'll call him Scrappy.
You gonna call him Scrappy? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like I think it was the post was written up earlier today, and I'm like, whoa. I just got started grinning like fucking ear to ear, and I'm like, yes, finally, I get to play this game and see other people and see what they're doing. You can build bases and shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just really excited for this. I don't know how many people you can like walk around with, but I guess I can read the bottom here. Javi Lablavi asks, is it a free update to the normal game? Yes. So if you already have the normal game, you're good to go when it comes out. And it comes out next week, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. It doesn't say. It's not saying anything. What the fuck is it? July 24th. Sorry. I read the headline already. So yeah, a week from now. A week from today. So the multiplayer section says team up a small team of friends and explore the universe together, or be joined by random travelers. And it looks like it's a squad of 4, because all the screenshots and promotional content look like there's 4 people. So I mean that's great. Fight as a pirate or a wingman in epic space battles with friends and enemies. You can race exocraft across weird alien terrains. Character customization allows you to personalize your experience. Like this is shit that should have came out if all this stuff came out or was ready when it came out. Oh man, that'd have been great. The problem is I don't know if it's a little too late or too little too late. I don't know if people have like moved on and like, yeah, whatever, you can add whatever you want, but I'm not going back to this. Or I'm hoping people go back and try it, because I'm definitely gonna be doing that. Especially now that it's coming out on Xbox as well. That'd be pretty cool. The next step for these guys would be to do the next really huge headline for this would be like, you know how everyone's making a big fuss about cross-play and cross-platform and stuff. This would be a huge one. Make a system like a space system. You know how it's randomly generated. Like, make one that's only for each console, and then make one that's gonna be shared between the platforms on their servers. Whether or not they can handle it, I have no idea, but you can just fucking hop in regardless of what fucking device, like on Switch or something. Like, anywhere you go, you can be like, oh, let me go hop in to see how my planet's doing. And you see your squad there making a fucking house, and then another squad mate just running his fucking ship into you.
That's what I would do.
Or into a mountain. Oh man, I don't think this is gonna like this. This could if this is done well and keeps. They say they're gonna keep adding updates, but if they keep adding updates. This has a potential to squash Fallout 76. Like squash it, in my opinion, though. It's just not such a bigger game.
But there's very limited things to do besides just grind stuff and build stuff so you can grind stuff. At least Fallout, I don't know about 76, but at least it has some narrative. As boring as it is, there's a narrative you can follow.
There's also the narrative in here is actually pretty boring too, but there's a narrative you can follow in this game. Whether or not you can do it together, that's a different story. Yeah, but this sci-fi, it just looks like it's gonna be great. I hope it doesn't just shit on my hopes and dreams.
Right. I'm just waiting for Cyberpunk.
This I hope can keep me like happy before Cyberpunk. I mean, this isn't the future, but it's not a Cyberpunk-esque.
I mean, if you could play that game for 5 years, then yeah.
I guess.
Not coming out anytime soon. I don't know if it's not really news, but I'll say it because I just found out that San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, right?
Yeah. It's the whole next week.
Apparently Ono's gonna be at the panels and he might show something, and they showed a Street Fighter 5 poster that shows all the like this season's characters there.
Yeah.
And it showed G had a stopwatch in one hand, so I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna be time-based fighting. And then I realized I don't give a shit, and that's where my train of thought stopped.
Okay.
So I should share that with you.
All right. I mean, I'm sure they'll show something, but I don't think. When's CEO? Isn't that coming? Not CEO. Sorry. Evo. Isn't that coming?
Evo's August.
What's in August?
The first weekend of August.
Then wouldn't that be the time to show off a new guy?
I mean, unless this is something else, because it looks like a kind of cinematic trailer, so maybe it's a second edition to the story mode.
Yeah, August 3rd to the 5th. So yeah, I mean that's. I think that would be the better time. That's because Comic-Con. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It could be a good spot. I mean, it's comics and stuff. So and they also have Street Fighter comics and movies and shit. So whatever. That's about does it for the news. Next thing is what we've been consuming, what we've been putting in our bodies, in our minds, in our soul. You know what I'm saying?
What's your problem?
Everything. Let's just do a quick one for the Uncharted live action fan film, since that's one of the movies that not one of them. That's the one movie I ended up watching this week. I think it came out, and then a couple hours later during my lunch break, I'm like, it's time to see this now. And I watched it during my lunch break, and I thought it was pretty cool. Characters, Nathan Fillion, I think great job I think he can definitely pull off a Nathan Drake. Stephen Lang didn't look like Sully, but he delivered his lines like Sully would, if that makes sense. And I did not feel anything for Elena. Like
they should hire a female to play Elena.
Like I don't know, I did not care for. I just wasn't feeling it. Like it didn't feel like an Elena to me. I mean, granted, she had like 3 lines or like 5 lines, but
they literally went to the Marvel filming stage, got the guy that's Red Skull, and he said, "How would you like to be a blonde woman?" And he said, "But it took me 7 hours to put this makeup on." He said, "We'll have you back by 10."
Oh shit! He's like, "Bet," and then he got it, and then he did it.
Fucking awful. I didn't care about Lang being Sully.
You didn't like Lang as Sully?
And he wasn't charismatic enough. He just said things in an old guy way. The only person
that's what Sully says. He has always had that's exactly what Uncharted would have been. The only thing that I think was missing was they had action, but it wasn't like the building falling in Uncharted 2 or the train scene or like the huge crazy stunts. That's something that was missing from that.
They were missing an actual Sully.
Or that
Lang was dry as fuck. There was no charisma. There wasn't anything. He's just an old guy.
Well, I mean, all right.
Nathan Fillion was okay.
What was I gonna say? I did like the action sequence when he jumped out of the building, got up, and the camera was positioned in such a way that like if you were playing the game.
That was cheesy.
I thought that was pretty cool. You look cheesy, bro, right?
I liked everything. They didn't have to do with the characters until that part.
You liked everything that didn't have to do with what?
Like the way the movie went, like plot wise or whatever. Like the way they filmed other scenes was fine. It's just as soon as they turned, I was like, "This is cheesy."
As soon as it turned to the action sequence.
Yeah, it even zoomed in when he pulled his gun up to like pretend that you're aiming down sight.
It's supposed to be a nod to the game.
I was like, I said, this looks like a really cheap YouTube thing. This would never be in the movie.
It is. It was low budget, Brian. This wasn't fucking Paramount Pictures throwing in their millions. You didn't understand for what it was. This was actually really good. It was for what the amount of cash that they use. I guess they did a lot with it.
Yeah.
If they made it like a Netflix series or something, I'd watch it. Like even beat for beat, when they were trying to figure out where to go next, on top of the Jeep, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much Uncharted. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Give that a watch. It's free. Go to youtube.com and then search Uncharted live action fan film. You'll find it. It's 15 minutes. Recommend it. Let's move on. That's not, unless you watch. No, that's not on this list. TV. What did we suggest in TV? You want to start first with Legion? Since you
did you finish watching the season?
Me? Yeah, I've been done with Legion. When like the day the finale came out, I watched it, or the day after. Sorry.
So why don't you say yes when I asked if you watched the whole thing in season 2?
I did.
Didn't you Didn't you say you saw bits and pieces, or did I just not care about what you said?
I think the latter is what happened, Brian.
Oh. You can start.
Oh, I've seen it already. I gave my thought. Like, what did you think?
When did you give your thought on it?
I mean, on the podcast, I thought it was fine. Like, not fine. It was more than fine. The villain I thought was great. He didn't do much. Okay, he did two big evil things in the show, and that was okay. I guess spoilers for the next 5 minutes. We go through this real quick. All right, I'll give you like a couple seconds to pause if you need to. All right, we're in spoiler zone. Switching his sister to Lenny, I thought was fucking huge. Like he was fucking with him on another level. What happened?
The way they shot that was good too. How when it was happening, it kept showing like him behind like the looks like blinds, and it just shows his silhouette.
Yeah, like again, just like last season, this season, the cinematography, the visual, the way they show this or cap like the way it's filmed, it's just always fantastic. They know how to visualize mental warfare, I guess would be the thing that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
if they could get him in shape, and if he has a decent British accent, I need him to be Sinestro.
Who?
The Shadow King. Faru.
To be Sinestro? Oh my god, yeah, he could fit Sinestro too. Even more so Sinestro than Black Adam, because he had the mustache just like Sinestro does.
I mean, you could just shave his mustache and he could still be Black Adam.
But I'm saying, like, he could walk off that set, do Sinestro, come back.
No, he needs to lose weight.
You thought he was big? I thought that was just the suit. I mean, he had a little double chin, but...
He's
oh my god, the trailer reminded me. The fucking mental battle when they were doing the dance-off.
I was like, what the fuck is going on with this show?
Yeah, dude, they always do some funny visuals, dude, like, to represent what's going on. Like, even the last fight between, David and, Farouk.
That shit was dumb.
Awesome. You didn't like it?
I don't need a musical.
Wait, what musical?
The beginning of their fight.
Oh, yeah, it was. They were singing in that. I didn't even know. I forgot they were singing. I like the effects, like the fighting.
The fight was so underwhelming.
I mean, it's mental warfare. I like that they represented it that way. Instead of, like, the actors just holding their head and, like, falling over. This season was pretty good. They gave a lot of the secondary characters some background, like when he had to decipher, not decipher. He has to wake them up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Sid had a huge arc in this one as well. A very important arc, I mean. So did what's her name? The one that likes
Lenny?
Is her name Penny?
Lenny?
Not Lenny, dude. Lenny had some good episodes too, but I'm talking about
the person that liked what? He didn't finish saying it.
The one that Farouk was taking over. Oliver?
Oliver,
yeah. Yeah. She had a pretty good one too. Everybody was great.
Wait. No, you're talking about Melody or Melanie?
Yeah, Oliver's girl.
The old
it's
lady?
Melody, right?
I didn't give one shit about her at all.
Oh, really? I thought she
The only people that I cared about, they weren't like the Shadow King or David, was Sid.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Not Lenny, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Lenny had some good stuff too. Yeah, all in all, I personally think this season was great. It was just more like last season, with a little bit like the stakes turned up a little bit, because I really like the whole, hey, do we trust the future Sid? What is the end game here? What are they planning? Who to trust? I guess was the question.
The narrator is John Hamm, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When I heard his voice, I'm like, oh my lord, I missed this. I missed this man. Get Mad Men season 28 going now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No? Alright. But yeah, John Hamm was the narrator for the psychological lessons, I guess.
I think the guy that plays David could be a Joker.
Okay. There was definitely some scenes where he was doing some like ear to ear grins, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that he can definitely play the part. But yeah, I was thinking it. I fucks with it. I forgot how the season ended though. I think it was just Melody and Oliver. Actually, let me stop. Yeah, we're back. They're not gonna hear me because they muted for spoilers, but we're back here, I guess. Yeah, that's about it for Legion. Unless you have anything else to add.
I like the Shadow King.
Yeah, Shadow King did a really good job. Always calm and collected. He had his own way of being menacing. Let's move on. I saw the first episode of Sharp Objects. I guess I'm gonna start doing it in that format. Is like watch the first episode of a season, give first impressions, and then come back when I finish the season. But it's one of those weekly shows, so when it's finished, then I'll be back. I think it's an 8-episode one. So Sharp Objects stars Amy Adams.
Oh shit!
And she plays a journalist. Give me a sec. Let me get a trailer going on here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Teaser trailer. Sure. So yeah. So yeah, she lives in the big city, and she's asked to go write a story on what seems to be a serial killer going around her old hometown. She seems to be a very I don't want to say if depressed is, but she's very like, I don't know what the word is. Anyway, on the first episode, they make it really clear she's an alcoholic. She drinks a lot. I'm not going to spoil the ending of as they make something, they put something, they shed something else, not shed something else. They put something else into the light about her character that I guess comes out at the end. But it basically does, throughout the episode, it cuts between her young life, or like her as a kid, and her now, because she's walking around her old hometown. So what was I gonna say?
The Big Little Lies people have made this show.
And yeah, from a book from Gone Girl, or
based off a book from the writer
who made Gone Girl, who wrote Gone Girl. Sorry, say again.
There you go.
What'd you say?
I was asking if you met the artist or the author because you said from the Book of Gone Girl. I was like, do you
Oh
mean
shit.
you know it?
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So one thing I really like about this show is the editing. Like they do a fantastic job of cutting in like a flashback with like while she's there. Like you know how people like look in a certain direction, they see your younger selves, and then the cutscene will start. Like the cutscene, the flashback begins or something. They do a lot of that, and they do it in a very clever way. The shots are fantastic. Um, they make sure that they're like they keep attention to detail as well, like in a way that I guess it'll spoil the ending. But she's walking like she wears a long sleeve shirt throughout the entire thing, the entire first episode, and that's for a reason. And you learn why. That's a thing.
This trailer shows why.
Oh, I guess it does. But that's basically the reveal at the end. Because I never saw a trailer for this, or I think I did, but it was like it showed less than this, so I went in there kind of blind. Dialogue's great. Characters so far. I think you can. They all have their like motives and stuff. Her mom is played by I forgot her name. Cause she, damn, what the hell is her mom's name?
Tim.
Tim.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the name at the moment, but yeah, it does a great job of just shooting the game. I don't even know how to explain it. Like the editing is the flashbacks are like seamlessly woven in a way that I don't even know how to put it into words, dude. Without spoilers, I guess for the first episode. I mean,
what an asshole.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop. No, let me not. No spoilers. You guys come back now. Just right click the video and click a loop. Didn't know that was a thing. Did not know that was a thing. Well, I'll do that for the next stuff. Yeah, for the next things. I just highly recommend it. Give it a shot. First episode was great. Characters seemed cool. The murder mystery thing is great. Like they do a good job. That's why I want to talk about the pacing. It's basically her baggage, and then it'll weave into what the hell's happening with the town with like the murder and like the missing girls and whatnot. Then back to like her stuff that she's going through and things she's seeing, like memories that are coming up. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but her younger self was played by the chick from It, the girl with the redhead girl. She does a great. Everybody here is doing a great job acting wise. The dialogue's great too. Writing's fine. They're great. What was your question?
No, you said the girl from It, so I said Bill Hader.
No, that's chapter 2. It, Brian.
I know. And it's also a male. Idiot.
Brian, we don't label people here, right?
Idiot.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Mostly because I like the murder mystery aspect, and then they're doing a great job of showing. What's up?
What?
Of showing the characters like backgrounds and in a very interesting way with the cuts with the editing. I'm digging it. Must watch. In my book. Oh shit! I fucked it up. All right, let's move on to music because that's all we watch for TV here. Rolling Papers 2 by Wiz Khalifa. Mine's gonna be short and sweet. I just did not care. I got to like halfway. Let me load up Spotify real quick. I got through like halfway through this album, and I don't think it's for me. Like you can randomize the for me. This the way I was thinking. Listening to this, I could randomize Rolling Papers 1 with this album, and I don't know which one's a part of what. Like which one belongs in which album, if that makes sense. Like it was just a bunch of the same type of stuff I've been hearing from him for quite some time, and it never really stuck with me. Like some songs he has some good features with some catchy hooks, but I don't know if it's just his delivery or what. I just did not care. Let me see. 4 songs I added to my library. So it'd be Penthouse with featuring Snoop Dogg, I guess I enjoyed Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams because of the chorus. I think that was the chorus. I was like, okay, the chorus alone got me the music in my library. And then for real, for some reason that I was like, oh, this knock. I don't know why. I just when it plays, I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, featuring the same people, which at this point got me thinking I need to see who the Moonlight, I guess is their name.
Who's?
They're featuring in it.
It's for real or song?
They're featuring in Mr. Williams, and then they're featuring in All of a Sudden. I think it's the Moonlight or the MXXN Light. Like I don't know what these artists are doing now with fucking adding accent everywhere, huh?
Light. Sounds pronounced.
Like, I'm gonna have to start listening to their stuff because their choruses were cool. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Rolling Papers, dude. Like I just did not care for any of it.
I've only heard two songs from it.
Say again?
I've only heard 2 songs from it, which was the single Sway Lee. And I was like, meh. And I added For Real to my Dumb Brazy playlist.
I think that's why I like them. I'm like, this is a Dumb Brazy contender because it's just silly and it's just not. All right, we can move on then because I don't want to give it any more airtime than it needs. But onto some real shit, Brian. That Summer Pack EP. Do love me, do, Brian. This reminded me about. I'm like I was listening to it. I'm like, this is some funky shit we need on a daily. Like every week, we need somebody dropping something like this. Like it reminded me he dropped This Is America. I think like when was it? Near the end of last week, I just had the Summer Pack EP and This Is America just on loop.
That's awful.
If you say so, but I was digging all of it. Like both songs are great. The Summertime Magic I think is better because it has the funky beat to it. But what was the other one called? You Feel Like Summer? Hold on.
Something like that.
Feels Like Summer, yeah. It's that. Also good. They both 2 out of 2 on this fucking EP went to my library. So I guess 100% this is the best album or EP made known to man.
You're an idiot.
It probably. Oh, let me just not do that. But yeah, highly recommend it. Say again?
Oh, well, apparently My Dear Melancholy is not a good EP, then.
It's not. I think according to the numbers game, Brian, Summer Pack wiped it out of existence. It's 2 for 2, Brian. That's 100%.
I thought you added every song from My Dear Melancholy.
I did.
So it's 6 for 6.
That's still 100%, right, Brian? I was almost called you random because of the fucking answer, Brian.
But you just said it blows it out the park, and you said 2 for 2. So if it's both 100, then that has nothing to do with the argument, then.
I know you don't have to worry about logic right now, Brian. I'm just too hyped for this fucking Summer Pack. If you haven't listened to Summer Pack,
go listen to Summer Pack. We're talking about Childish Gambino.
Huh?
So we're not talking about logic. We're talking about Childish Gambino.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Let me go back to it. So yeah, just enjoy fucking Summertime Magic because that's just gonna be a summer hit, dude. I mean, even though summer's like, is it over? No, we still got like 2 months, a month.
I don't even know where I live.
Oh, you're right. It's just one of those shit that just makes you want to dance, dude. Not like fucking In My Feelings dance, but it's out there. Or not like Nice for What either. Like it's not gonna be a meme. Like this is Summertime Magic isn't gonna be a fucking dance challenge, but or maybe it is if some Instagram account makes a challenge or something.
Do it.
Alright, but yeah, I already gushed over this fucking EP, so I mean, if you have anything else to add.
No, I liked the first song a lot. The second song was alright.
Oh, that was meh?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't change it if somebody else played it, but I'm not like, yo, you gotta put that second song. Nice for who? Like, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, shit, okay. Alright, now let's move on to the next thing. This is all you, because I have not heard Chief Keef Mansion music. I have not heard it yet, so.
It was gym music. Like I heard it while I was working at the gym. I am trash.
Are you working at the gym now, Brian?
Yeah, I'm working at the gym.
Okay.
Let me see how many songs were in it. I liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of. I still haven't heard the last song, so I don't know if I like that. But I like 5 out of 11.
So they're
And
just
most of
it's
it,
just like it's just workout music and like bumping in the car music. It's not like there's nothing substantial
it,
being said.
yeah, it's not that it's good; it's that it's entertaining.
Got it. That seems to be his mo anyway. When I listen to his stuff, I'm like, okay, this is kind of entertaining because it's funny in some way.
I played one of the songs from it on your stream. The one with
Oh,
Playboy
then
Cardi
that
just
one's
yelling,
already.
"Oh!"
Then we're starting at a really low percentage.
No, I only like that one because it was funny to me.
Yeah, God, it's. I don't remember what it was called, but that shit was ass.
It's
No
called
offense.
"Uh."
Oh, huh? That makes sense because that's all you fucking hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's definitely not going to the fucking library. I will see if I listen to it. If not, I mean it's not a loss. I mean
If
I'm
you
not a
ever
huge
get bored and
Chief Key follower. What's up?
if you ever get bored and you want to start warring with anybody, just load it up.
All right. Next thing we listened to or I listened to. I don't know if you get to listen to Sire the Electric album.
I heard the album when it came out originally. I'm not gonna listen to it again because it has a different name.
He definitely switched the. It basically most of this album is the sound like the background sound of like a weekend, like a slow weekend song, if that makes sense. Like it's a lot of reverb and like it's very slow. Like there's like he made a different version of 90. So and he took damn, what part is it?
The last half.
I think so, yeah. And then he like slowed it down and it's just a slow version of it seems like a slow version of the original and I just did not care for it either. Like as soon as I finished this, like I think it was like 6.
I think it was 5.
6. Oh, it's 5.
I don't know. I didn't listen. I liked the original album a lot last year. It was like one of my top albums of the year. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to something he edited. I'm just gonna keep playing those same songs.
Oh, I lied. Icon question mark is good because he actually adds verses to it, and he like raps over like it seems like he's rapping over like live instrumentals, like some of the guitar and everything, and like not a guitar, but yeah, like the verses he put in the Icon, I'm digging. This the last track, Icon question mark, but the rest were I did not care for. Like definitely the last track is very power to the people kind of thing, and like human empowerment. Like it's just a positive message, I guess. Yeah, that I was digging that. So yeah, out of that entire album, just check out Icon question mark, I guess. I think they had the most substantial lyrics, and instrumentals was good for that one track. You should just release Icon question mark or added it to the original side. All right, I think the next two are you, Ron. I have not heard either of those. So with Black Atlas.
You might like that. You might like that EP because this guy is almost verbatim trying to be the Weeknd's mixtapes.
Black Atlas?
Yeah, there's 8 songs on this EP. I liked exactly half of it, but most of it is just like for 7 years he exclusively listened to the Weeknd. Like, let me try this.
Oh, word? Okay, I'm about to take a listen then.
The last half I liked. The first half I was like, find your own sound, please.
Wait, which Weeknd?
I said the mixtape ones.
Okay, you said the mixtape. I didn't hear you say mixtape. So the original 3. Okay, you caught my. Oh, it says XO Records under there.
Oh well, that's probably why.
That's probably why then, Brian.
What this album EP did, so it's all right. You know, like the last 4 songs out of the 8, and then I just want to listen to the Weeknd instead of this. So it's like a gateway drug.
Okay. That makes sense now that XO Records and he's just part of that then. Alright, I'll give that a listen then. You got me at sounds like the Weeknd, so we'll see if his writing and the instrumentals sound nice.
Even the instrumentals, like it sounds like a throwaway Weeknd album.
Okay. Maybe he did. I mean,
I mean,
those are throwaway lines and stuff.
he doesn't sound bad. Like, it's not like I'm saying he's trash. It's
Mm-hmm.
just that I already have an artist for this kind of mood, so.
You already had. Okay, that makes sense. All right, for your last one, Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance. I have this.
I actually like the good section of this album. Let me see. Hold on, let me click the right thing. There's 16 songs on the album. I liked 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost count because I scrolled. I'm trash. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I just started counting the songs. What's wrong with me?
What is
16
your issue,
songs.
Brian?
3 of them are skits, so I guess 13 songs.
Yeah.
And I liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 out of the 13. So it was
Okay.
solid at least. The album is basically, if you like Lil Uzi and you like Post Malone,
okay,
and then imagine them having sex and making an album, and that's what this is.
so I'm gonna have like half of this, just like you did.
No, like each song is as if they were both combined.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a shot then. Yeah, I mean, Post Malone. I'm not really a huge Lil Uzi Vert fan, so.
Uzi grew on me.
Okay.
First, like, he's just yelling at me, but then I was like, oh shit, I like when he yells at me. There's 3 singles, I liked all of them. And there's some songs that are like just released with the album that I liked as well. It's definitely like emo-ish trap is basically how I'd explain this.
Okay.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah, I think that's it for this is music. Now onto the games, dude. Onto the fucking games. Yeah. I'll start off with the Stereden and the Assault on Whatever. I played 2 shoot 'em ups. There's no trailer, dude. Like, fuck YouTube. Like, get it together. Sure, this works. You can like, oh, loop. We're out here. So yeah, it's side-scrolling shoot 'em up, just like your old Aegis Wing in the Xbox. Raiden. Oh, Raiden was top down. This is sideways. It's basically a procedurally generated shoot 'em up, and it's roguelike. Forgot to mention, the trailer just reminded me. If you like the Enter the Gungeon, it's this, but it's Enter the Gungeon side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and that's why I actually like this a lot. And the difficulty here is not, hey, let's bombard him with a bunch of bullets. There are patterns like that. But the thing I think that makes it more difficult is the old shoot 'em ups would be, hey, here's a lot of bullets, but they move really slowly, so you're able to dodge it. There's patterns here that they just fire shit at you, and you need Brian levels of reaction time to get the fuck out of the way. And then
is that a thing? Brian level reaction time?
Yes, Randall, because he plays games. Okay. The next time we start talking off screen again, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
That's the only thing that I get.
You walk back here, okay? Got a podcast to do here. The hell?
That's the only thing I get credit for when I play with Javi or David is my reaction time.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Give it a shot. It's also like multiplayer, so you can play co-op and try to get as far as you can with your teammate or whatever. I think it's 2-player co-op. I don't know if it's. Is it 2-player co-op?
Is it local or online?
I think both. But yeah, it's really fun. Some of the bosses get some crazy patterns, like bullet patterns. Like what's procedurally generated as well is like the waves getting to the boss. It's not just like the boss gets procedurally generated. Like the fucking like you're not gonna be able to be like, oh, there's gonna be a enemy coming here. Like all of that's generated all the way. As soon as you fucking leave the mothership to start attacking, it's randomly generated, and you have different types of ships as well. Like the one they're showing now in the trailer. Sorry, audio listeners, but it's basically the all around guy. But they have like a heavier guy who has bigger gun, like bigger. I think more. Is it more health? But he moves slower, and I guess he can do more damage. Or no, I forgot the trade off. They all have trade offs. It's pretty dope. I highly recommend if you ever get a chance to get it like on Steam sale or something. Or it might be cheap now, but I didn't get that far. I think I beat 2 bosses out of the 6 or 7 that they're there.
The all around one looks like a Nerf bullet.
Yeah, it does.
The way it's shaped.
Oh, they have. So basically, you can equip up to 2 weapons, and that you can swap them out at any time. Like if you find one on the ground, you can swap it for either slot. You have a melee that you can swap to different weapons. Like people who are watching the trailer, you saw them do a little chain chomp thing. That's one of the melee weapons. You can get a switchblade, which is like the ship flips a knife upward. You can get the hell did I get? Also get you can get like a huge knife coming through the front of your
bayonet?
No, it's a knife. It's like a massive knife.
Oh, okay.
It's like a huge knife coming at the front of your ship. But yeah, it's just like arcade fun. Highly recommend it. Now on to the other shoot 'em up I played.
That sounds negative.
Wait, so it's called I think it's Android.
Assault Cactus.
Cactus. What is it? Assault Cactus.
Android Assault Cactus.
Yeah, Android
you have 2
Assault
screens.
Cactus. Let me get this fucking trailer going because. So, all right.
Oh shit! Is
Much
he gonna be
like,
on camera?
He might be on camera. He's like, yeah, everything but his face, so that doesn't count as being on camera.
Tell me some nice arms.
Okay, there you go. So this one is, Assault Android Cactus. So you basically play like chibi versions of like androids.
You got me.
And just a shitload of different classes. I guess the video right now for the audio listeners, it's going through a bunch of the characters, and they all have their own weapon and heavy weapon. Like the heavy weapon is like has ammo, if that makes sense, and you can only use it for like a short period of time before it overheats or something. And then you use the other one. You can just keep firing your other one. So the thing is the thing this game like promotes is trying to finish the map as fast as possible, because you have if you're playing solo or even if you're playing with co-op, you have a battery. If that battery empties out, you're done. You have to start the level over. And you get more battery by getting by killing a bunch of enemies, or actually I don't know how you get the I don't know what prompts the drop for the battery, but there's battery drops. Like when you're fighting a boss, they have separate I don't think I did a loop on this. You know how what's the term I'm looking for? Like each boss has like a certain pattern until you get to a checkpoint, and then he'll switch the pattern up. Like when he's gonna switch the pattern up, he'll drop a battery. Like for the bosses, it seems like it's that consistency. But when you're fighting, I have no idea why it drops it. While you're fighting as well, they drop 3 different power ups you can pick up, which is it's like more firepower, and then like 2 fucking like sentry guns start floating around you and shooting at the direction you're shooting at. And then there's speed. It gives you angel wings, and you like fly across the fucking map, and it also gives you like an attraction to the energy you need. And the energy. Oh, let me back up. There's also energy that you use to upgrade your main weapon. Like when you kill things, little white dots come out, and then you use that to level up your weapon to level 3. And then.
No, I was just pointing at the things that you were talking about, the sentries that be on the side. It was just a screenshot of it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that. What else? If you get hit, like if you get, you have health, and you don't die when you lose your health. You just like you get downed, and getting down means you lose a bunch of your upgrade for your main weapon from collecting all those white. It's like Sonic when you get all those rings. And a bunch of them fall out, and you lose a bunch, so your weapon is not as strong anymore. What else? There's a lot of weird little mechanics in this, and there's the battery thing I told you about. So yeah, you don't want to down, because then you lose power. you lose gun power, which means it takes longer to kill the enemies, which means you're wasting more time because your battery is draining. It doesn't like drain at an absurd amount, but there was a boss that it became a problem. The spider boss became a fucking problem because he's the only thing on screen to shoot at, and the only time you get a battery charge or any of the white stuff is if like you finish one of his patterns, and it became an issue for that specific boss. I'm sure this game is fun with maybe people playing 4-player co-op, but there's a mode where you can add AIs to play with you, and you can't tell what the game scales depending on how many people are there. And I don't mean scales like, hey, they take more damage. They just throw a shitload of enemies at you.
It's worse than League.
Yeah, like it's 40 times worse than League, like a billion times worse. You can't see what the fuck is happening.
You have to feel what's happening.
It gets to the point where I was just running around just shooting randomly, and then hopefully I hear or see a pickup, and I pick it up and just keep shooting. Like it's like I don't know. I had more fun shooting the things by myself and trying to keep the combo meter up than doing it with the 4-player AI, because there was so much shit happening. And I thought I was going to finish. Oh, here's the punchline. This is why I'm like, just stick with Stereden, because of stability. I literally got to I think it's the last boss. Hit him for the last fucking health he had. And we were there for a while, because he summons a bunch of fucking enemies, and he's just nonstop throwing shit at you. The last, I think it was the game registering that I beat the game.
Oh, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
And it fucking froze on me.
Time.
That's why I was gonna yell time. I'm like, where's extra life, or not the extra life, GDQ.
I thought it was like loading at that point, but it never came back.
Yeah, it just stopped. It completely fucking stopped. I'm pretty sure it was the last boss, and I could have just done some other thing afterwards. I'm like, no, I'm done, and just exit out of the game. Like, why?
The camera seems like it'd get real annoying. I don't want that shit moving as well as me. I need this to show me everything.
It zooms in and out depending on like the enemies on screen and stuff. Like this game is like, okay. The thing is, I played Stereden first, and then I played this, and Stereden is just execution wise a lot better. I don't know if it has 4-player co-op, so it might be fun for just to shoot things randomly for a bit, but. Like this, I don't know. I don't even know if I can recommend this, to be honest. Like I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not gonna recommend this. Like Stereden, after I just finished playing Stereden is the one, the shoot 'em up from these two to pick.
Did you ever play Nex Machina?
No, I haven't played Nex Machina yet.
You might like that.
Okay, I mean, I'll give it a shot.
I'm just never playing it again.
Oh, you told me you died right before the last boss?
I was one fucking hit away from the boss, and I dashed into a bullet.
Yeah, that would make me stop playing too.
That game, like throughout your whole game or playthrough, you have I think 100 lives that you have to make it to the whole game. Oh, and on my last life, about to kill the last boss in one sitting of streaming it. Mm-hmm. Out loud, I was saying, "You need a dash." I think it was outward to avoid the bullet. No, dash inward. Mm-hmm. I dashed out into a fucking bullet.
Oh my god!
I sighed so hard, I think I almost lost like consciousness.
Oh my god! Because of the lack of oxygen.
Yeah. So in my head, I beat the game. I'm never playing it again. It was fun though, until I'm never playing it.
Alright, I think those are the two games I played. The other thing I have is a tech thing. Do you want me to get that out of the way before you talk about your stuff?
I don't care.
I'll just get that out of the way. So, Shield, should have been a news item, but Shield TV, or Nvidia, sorry, recently added the ability to, like, I started adding the GeForce Now and the game streaming thing into one product now. So, and for people who own the Shield TV, they gave us a bunch of games for free, I guess, to just try out the system. So basically what GeForce Now is the streaming thing that everybody's trying to get to. Like the PlayStation Now, where you just load up a client, load up a game from their servers, and you play the game. So that's basically what NVIDIA's doing, except they have the graphical backend to back it up because it's a graphics company. So I'm sure they have NVIDIA vGrids everywhere, which is a server full of GPUs that renders whatever you want sent to it. And yeah, this thing works fantastic. Like, there's like little to minimal there's still latency, but like I wouldn't recommend playing fighting games, or I have to try. They have a racing game in there I have to try, which is the Sega All Stars racing game. But this thing pumps out 60 FPS like it's nothing. Like I loaded up Tomb Raider. They gave me the first Tomb Raider and bumped up the resolution to 4K, so it downsamples the fucking thing to 4K, still running that thing no problem. And I don't have to worry about, like, my NVIDIA Shield is not running any of that processing besides sending the input to their servers. Granted, I don't have, everyone can have the same situation. I have my Shield connected directly to my router with an internet speed of 100 megabit down, and I think 10 megabit up. But if you have the internet connection, this thing looked great. Like, even the video, like, it's encoded, but there wasn't a lot of blocking, or it just looked great. It almost looked like it was running locally. I highly recommend giving it a shot if you have an NVIDIA Shield. I think NVIDIA Shield. I just gave that a good 20-minute test drive. Randall was there when I was, and so far so good.
Can you go do like 3 games?
Yeah, I loaded up like 3 games. It was Tomb Raider. No, I wanted to load up the rest because I thought they gave me Far Cry 5, but that was not the case. It was Tomb Raider and then something else. I forgot what the fuck I loaded up.
Boom Bader.
I don't know. But yeah, that was my 10 second.
That wasn't a Resident Evil, but that was something else.
A Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Well, did they load up a horror game?
You loaded up Resident Evil, but you did something. I don't know if that was related though.
Oh no, that's something else.
Okay.
That's something else because there's a mod out for Resident Evil 4 because Janiana loves to play Resident Evil 4. So
Did you guys actually run it?
What?
Did you guys actually run the mod I sent her?
Yeah, she sent it. I guess you send it to her because she's like, "Babe, look," and then showed it to me, and she's like, and I'm like, I guess I could install it.
Yeah, I sent it to her.
Okay, well that like a minute, 5 minutes later, I was looking it up and trying to install it. So yeah, I installed it. It looks great. And the textures are definitely increased. I didn't see any poly count changes because I don't know that game that well to know the difference in poly counts. But the texture definitely increased. He updated the Tane. Did I say that?
No.
Oh. All right, cool. Yeah, but the overhaul looks cool. They're not finished with it, but the textures that did change, it looks really nice. Like the gun models look good now, look a lot better now. There's a bunch of the inventory items that they quickly redid and look really nice. Yeah, that's about it. The GeForce Now thing was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. But yeah, you're up next, Brian. You got Shadow Complex Remastered and Darkest Dungeon.
Shadow Complex Remastered is just...
Give me a sec.
It was just like a Microsoft... What?
We'll put up some footage. Keep talking.
It's basically Microsoft's or Epic's version of a Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, it looks awful because it didn't age well, but gameplay-wise, it's fun. I was like, let me play a little bit to try it. In one sitting, I got halfway through the game.
Oh shit! How do you know you're halfway?
It tells you when you pause it.
Okay.
Just how much of the map you have discovered and how much of the items you have, and I'm at 50 for both.
Oh shit! Okay, you're doing work then. Yeah, like that's the thing with Metroidvanias. That hooks me immediately. I don't know why, but Metroidvanias are just the ish, dude.
Because they have replayability within it. Like you go here, I can't open this door yet. You move on, you get something. Oh shit! Let me try to open that door. The door opens. I get something. It makes you feel like everything you're doing was worth it.
Like you're doing it for a reason. Like you're going through this area so you can come back to another area to go get something that you can use for another area.
Yeah.
And then you get upgrades that make you feel like a badass. Like, I'm looking at this trailer. Like, this guy got like a mech suit that he's doing some cool shit with.
Yeah, I
Or not
think
like a mech suit, like an exosuit. Sorry.
I'm right before. You see how he's wearing a white suit?
Yeah.
I'm right before that. I have the fucking face mask.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, Metroidvanias are the shit, dude. Just gotta put that out there.
Yeah, story wise, it's It's
Oh, the story's
Nolan
pretty
North
bland.
as the main character, and you just running in, shooting stuff, collecting stuff, leveling up, just shooting stuff, opening doors, shooting stuff. You know.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty simplification over. So what's the
Fun.
story? Just going to save somebody, or you're stopping like a big baddie, or what?
So far, you're drooling. It doesn't even show this scene, but your main character and some girl go hiking, and you end up stumbling upon like a evil base, and they find her, and you have to save her, and then you guys kind of have to find a way out or stop the evil people.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, story wise, I didn't care. I just like Metroid games and Metroidvania style games. So that's the only reason I'm still playing it.
That's facts. I mean, mechanics over fucking anything. Gameplay still kill. Quote everybody in the fucking industry. Gameplay is king.
Yeah. So what's the level? Yeah, Darkest Dungeon. Speaking
yeah.
of what Johan wrote, what did he say? It's one of those games I wanted for a lifetime. Yeah, I haven't gotten it either. I just have access to Kelsey's game, so I play it when he's not. I was playing it while waiting for something, and he wasn't online, so I could actually try it. It's basically like a side-scrolling dungeon crawler roguelike game, where the whole point is to build up your estate, which is like your town, and you bring like travelers that go out for a journey, like to do whatever your mission is, which is to basically kill off the demons of each sector of the whole country, I guess. I'm not really sure. But it's roguelite, and your characters that you bring with you can die. Like, there's permadeath and everything. And I think if everybody dies, you start over completely.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like picking quests, deciding who you're taking with you, looting stuff like a dungeon crawler kind of game. Either you get something good, you get something bad that come out of it. People can get sick. You have to do bonfires and tend to things. It's very stressful, but it's very fun. It's like if XCOM was just side scrolling.
Ah, okay. So I guess the most difficult part would be managing your people, right?
Yeah.
Or is the combat actually difficult to?
Like
how's the combat?
Combat's turn-based skill abilities. Use them.
Okay.
So you level each person individually. They even have like a stress meter. So if you keep taking people on missions, and there's people who can actually attack you via stress, they can just perform horribly, or there's a chance that under stress they get better. So there's like so many different mechanics you have to take into account.
Oh,
You have limited space and inventory, so you have to decide before you start on a mission what you're taking with you. Since it's like a demon world, you need torches to walk around so you can actually see traps, or to make it so that the more light you have, the more you can see, so you get better loot.
Is this procedurally generated, like the dungeons?
I'm not sure if it's procedurally generated.
I mean, that sounds like a lot of systems into play there. That's pretty cool. So I mean, the stress thing, I guess they use it so you can not force you, but so you can swap out characters and keep playing in different ways.
Yeah, there's also classes, like for the people that you bring into your town. You can only have 4 per mission to come with you. But there's like it seems like a decent amount of classes and skills, since you can only have 4 skills with you, but you can learn 8 for each class. It's also like a massive chalice where people can have quirks. So one guy can just randomly, when you're looting stuff, he just keeps it for himself and you can't use it. There's some people who are like obsessed with cleanliness. There's people who get stressed faster. There's people who can like they're like outlaws, so they can never gamble in your city.
Oh.
And stuff like that. People, to reduce stress, depending on the character's personality, you either go to like a church and like pray for the stress to go away. There's some people who just hire prostitutes and sleep away their stress.
Okay.
It's like a lot of managing and it's fun. So far, I haven't lost anybody, but now that I said that, everyone's gonna die.
Yeah, your next stream is just gonna be people dying.
I didn't stream it. I was just playing on my own.
I mean, it's a pretty streamable game. So if you haven't streamed it, I recommend you do it because a lot of people like watching that. I definitely know that. It's reached a pretty high placement in Twitch front page when it came out. I don't know if it still is, but
I don't know. I might stream it. Yeah, he can pick favorites till they die. There's one character that almost exclusively crits people.
exclusively.
Almost, yeah, like everybody be attacking. I need somebody to die so somebody survives. Other people miss. Almost every time. Oh, and combat works in terms of range. So certain attacks only reach. You're in a line, so there's always 4 slots from like closest to furthest, and some attacks only hit within certain distances. So you want to position your certain characters in certain slots in your party so they can reach or they're better off.
Oh, okay.
So like some people can only reach the first 2 people with melee. There's some people who have like poison darts they throw that can only hit the back few people. There's characters that can like grappling hook people to the front of the line. So like if they have like a zoner or like a sorcerer, they can only hit from far, and you pull them that close, they can't do shit.
Okay.
There's like optimal ranges.
Can you manage position while fighting, or is that done before the fight starts?
Both. So when you journey out, you pick your positions, but in the fight, you can it takes up a turn for that person, but you can swap spots. And there's some abilities, like there's some stealth, like a grave robber that can go stealth and lunge back like 2 slots if you need her to get the hell out of there, stuff like that.
Okay.
Just a lot of like management and like space. It's a good game. I like it a lot so far.
That sounds dope. That sounds like a deep mechanics in it.
Yeah. I was gonna buy it, but then I saw Kelsey had it, so I just played his, and I might buy it just because I like it to support it.
Actually, check Game Pass. I think we have it on Game Pass.
Oh shit! They even have DLC still coming out. They recently released the expansion for the game.
Maybe not. I think I'm lying.
I just realized I forgot to put a game on here that I played on stream last week.
Let me go for it. I mean, we're just ending the consume section here, so.
So I tried The Evil Within last week and I streamed it.
Oh.
So far, it's not scary. It's at least maybe because I'm playing. It's just entertaining.
So you just make fun of everything that comes in.
It's a mix of that and so there's traps in that game, like trip wires and stuff. You have to disarm or else you get either exploded or like bear traps where they can hear it being triggered and they chase you. And the first time I saw a tripwire, I was making fun of a character and he ran off and I was like, oh, look at this wire. You have to press space to disarm it. So I took one step forward because I had to get closer to disarm it. And when I got into that range, I was too close and I exploded. But it happened really fast. Johan made a clip of it. So we just spent like a good 5 minutes just laughing at it. So for the most part, at this point, it's not really scary. It's kind of just like suspenseful because you don't know who's around the corner and ammo so far seems limited. Yeah. And you have to the one thing I don't like about this game so far is the same thing I don't like about Alan Wake. It's to make sure some people are dead until I level up my bullets. You have to burn their body or else they can get back up.
Ugh, that's like Alan Wake's fucking flashlight thing.
Like there's a chance if you headshot them, you can level up. You can level up like your character or like your guns. And there's a stat you can level that with headshots is a chance to insta kill people. But yeah, sometimes you're sitting there headshotting them 3 times and then they fall over and then they get up if you don't burn them. So that's like my only complaint so far.
Okay.
But it seems
playable.
It seems fun.
Like it's enjoyable at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm enjoying myself.
I might play that through the Halloween month on October.
E-Man said the second one he liked that one more because it's open world. So I want to power through this one to play that one.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely looks freaky. That's some very demonic looking things.
I haven't seen some of these enemies, but I've seen the basic ones. Yeah, and then that really big guy, and I was like, eh. You only feel the suspense once they see you. Once they make eye contact and you have like no bullets or fire, then you're like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here.
You're like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Merciful Grin from chat says it's more like Resident Evil 1 with the crimson heads. Okay.
I don't know about Resident Evil 1 because all I saw in Resident Evil 1 was the scene where the guy turns around and looks at me, and in the game ejected itself and put itself away somehow.
Yep. Sounds about right. I don't think I've ever touched that game since.
It was like before I was even in school, so I was before kindergarten, and I put that disc in. And I was like, "Oh, this disc looks weird. Let me play this game." He's like, "Oh, this shit's kind of spooky." I'm trying to leave to the front door. This dog's not letting me, and I go up and I go into this room. Like, what's wrong with that guy? Is he crying? And he turns around and I see him eating somebody, and I'm like, "No, this disc won't keep playing. I don't know. It's back in its case. I don't know what happened."
It just flew out of there, dude.
Yeah, this isn't Lionel in the game. What's this?
Alright. Well, then the consume section. Let's go into the notable releases. Not many things releasing this week that we give a shit about. No games that we know of that we're looking forward to. Movies, we got The Equalizer 2. If you guys seen the first one was really good. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was just Denzel Washington beating the shit out of a lot of people. I'm sure that's what's gonna happen in this one. So
I've never even heard of that movie.
maybe a rental, but we'll see. Huh?
I've never even heard of that movie.
No, the first one was pretty entertaining to watch because, like I said, Denzel Washington just beating the shit out of everybody. Mamma Mia 2, here we go again. I haven't seen the first one, so I have no comment on this. And then Unfriended Dark Web. I think this is the movie where like everybody's on social media or something.
Yeah, there's a bunch of friends on social media. They're like chatting with each other, and then one of the friends picks up a laptop in like a Starbucks or coffee shop or whatever, and he takes it home, and then he goes in on the laptop, and it's like a folder that has. It's going to show you basically.
But go ahead, that was for audio listeners.
So he finds all these links to like people being held hostage, most of them being women, and then all of a sudden he gets a message from the owner of the laptop saying, "You have my laptop." The next thing you know, I think they say something like they gotta play a game if they don't participate. They basically start killing these people's like family members.
What the fuck?
And like one of the girls that's in the chat, her mom is like basically on life support in a hospital. And every time they would kill somebody in their family member, it's a video of it. So they'll show a video of her mom in the hospital. And the next thing you know, you see some dude coming through the window and get ready to kill her.
What the hell?
They actually watch.
Well, for our listeners, we're watching the trailer for, what is it? I just finished saying it.
That's just Pennywise. You saw him in the water thing?
Yeah, Unfriended Dark Web.
Nice try. Oh, that's the black girl from Get Out. She's one of the maids.
From the producer of Get Out, The Purge, and Happy Death Day. That's pretty cool.
See, there's one of their friends already that was in the chat.
Uh-huh.
They got one of them, and he just pushed them off the building.
Oh,
spoiler.
Okay. I meant in the trailer that we watched. I'll stop the trailer now, but I kind of got the gist of it. That's definitely a rental. I don't know if I'm gonna go watch this in theaters, but
see, that's the mom.
Uh-huh.
The idea is cool because they're doing alternative ways of filming the movie.
Yeah, I'm digging the way they do that. Yeah, that's definitely disturbing, but that might be a rental, man.
I don't know if I could watch that.
Why not? That looks like
because that stuff really happens, man.
No, not like that.
Maybe not the networking part where like, oh, you found my laptop.
Yeah.
But the human trafficking part, yes, that's what happens.
He watches a lot of movies where things really happen.
Around in my head.
Okay.
Oh, here's excuses.
And then that's it for movies, but for music we got fucking Hive Mind by the Internet. Fucking finally.
Fucking wait, dude. Just fucking wait, dude.
This Friday. We'll probably have our thoughts on it next week. And that about does it.
Wait.
What? Oh.
Stranger Things 3.
I haven't seen that trailer, Randall. That's why I can't talk about it.
There's a trailer for it.
You watch it now?
Because I'm not gonna watch it now, Randall. Because I need the audio to watch it, and I don't. We
Oh, you
can't put the
can't
audio. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll talk about that next week. Because I haven't seen the. I haven't seen
There's
the
a
trailer.
trailer for it.
Yeah, the trailer for Stranger Things season 3.
Is there a release date?
I don't know. I haven't
Did
seen it.
you
bro.
watch it?
Randall's asking if you watched it.
Yes, I've seen it.
He's okay.
Is there a release
It's
date?
not what you think.
Yeah, Brian's just asking if there's a release date.
I don't recall seeing a release date on it.
Okay. That works. Well, on that note,
The trailer is actually an advertisement. It shows none of the
Doesn't matter. Then I don't need to see it.
in the trailer
Has to need a
then why
release
would I
date.
want to watch it though?
because you like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So you'll appreciate it.
Oh, it's like an 80s style
Yeah.
commercial?
It's
okay.
like it's just pretty much the introduction to when the malls were created. And you have all the different stores and the food court and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like that. So it's like it's basically an advertisement of their first mall.
Oh,
So it
okay.
has like all the old 80s stores in it, like Sam Goody, Radio Shack, Suncoast, all those like different stores and restaurants that you find in the mall, but only in the 80s.
Okay. I mean, I'll check it out. We'll see. We'll talk about it, I guess, next time. All right, people. That is it for this episode of the podcast. Want to say it again. If you guys want to support the podcast, go to patreon.com/ADLR Throw a buck over there, or maybe a little more, so you can get the audio podcast early.
For the
or
interview.
the video podcast early. Say again, Brian.
For the interview.
Yeah, the interview. You don't want to pay? That's fine. You can watch the podcast or listen to it on podcast services a little later on for free on YouTube.com/ADLR and then on all the podcast streaming services, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. That's all available to you. The podcast should be on there, and that's about it. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next week.